no position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Glad to have you with us from Springfield, Missouri, Plaster Stadium, home to the Missouri State Bears. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Missouri State Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. On the move from inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Bears offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to run it all. Back to throw, it's Marco. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Let's take a moment and think Missouri State. Safe to say expectations have not been met. When you start a season in the top 5, you expect to contend for a playoff spot. Now they're sitting there unranked. What about just overhauling the whole program if they can't get this thing fixed?
Well, yes, and it's hard, man. It's hard when you start that high and then something happens and it starts to snowball.
Looking for a huge play. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. Quarterback now breaking the field. Fires on the move. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Bears are on the move.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
The Bears trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now on second and goal. Wants to go up top. Back's got it. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Third and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Bears! Fitted in the window for the score.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Missouri's offense will go to work for the first time today. Play action on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. Able to get a foot down in bounds and make the catch.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed. There he is, scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
On the run, fires downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket and good.
And this will be caught at the 30.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Dropping back, it's Barco. Looking to get it in. And they will score. Touchdown, Missouri State. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will... The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. He's going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air. But when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of...
Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. We've come to the end of the period. It's Missouri State holding the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's caught. And they'll bring him down after the long completion. An explosive pass play for this offense.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Forced out of the pocket. Finds a man on the right. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Missouri State. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And he'll just take a knee in this drive. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Makes the grab. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Missouri State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the
So here comes the Missouri State offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
He'll get rid of it. Wide open downfield. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Got him downfield. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular, and I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
He wants to change this route. Looking to pass. It's Sparko. Touchdown, Bears! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was...
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
And the old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole, as opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up.
Oh, he's got some space. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. The play-action fake. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown!
essentially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 20. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start. So here comes the Missouri State offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He uncorks one deep. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Going to the running game. Got the first down and more. Right down the gut of the field. Past the 30. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bears!
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Missouri has the offense. The give to the tailback. At the 40, there he goes. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Right on the money. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but if you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
So now it's second and long. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Off play action. Here's a heat. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. They finally get him down, but he... They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Bear offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
To the air, it's Barco. He makes the grab. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself,
he's looking deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quickly complete. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. They'll go to the ground. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4.
Touchdown, Missouri State. And they take it in for 6 more points. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Mizzou has... From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him.
Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
At the 20, he's got space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening. He went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now. Throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri State. Quick strike through the air for the score. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Don't know if the deep. Gets the back moving. Back to pass, it's Barco. starting to feel a little pressure. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the...
Looking for a deep man. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down.
And he's not done, man. This QB is on a heater. He's already thrown 5 touchdown passes. And here we are late in the game, and he's still taking shots. When you're in a rhythm like that, you feel like any time the ball leaves your fingers, it's landing in your receiver's hands. And oftentimes for this guy today, it's been for touchdowns.
On fourth down, going to the air. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost. They'll run this play from the pistol. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll take the deep shot. Catch inside the 30 and still running. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the... First play of the drive comes from the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Trying to get behind the defense. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. The inside handoff. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
And the Bears kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Makes the grab on the left.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Find space on the right. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
To the air, it's Barco. Under fire. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And the offense comes up short on third down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on fourth down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all.
Converts on fourth down, still going. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement, the epilogue, the finishing touch. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially